As South Africa marks 50 years since the 1976 Soweto Uprising and 40 years since the historic concert in the park, a landmark musical gathering that has been positioned as a cultural intervention. The Unity concert is set for the 14th of June this year at Orlando Stadium in Soweto, aiming to honor the soundtrack of the struggle, bridge generations of artists and promote social cohesion through music. This morning, we are privileged to be joined by two legendary musicians at the heart of that history and this brand new chapter. I'm talking about PJ Powers and Sipho Hotstix Mabuse. Wow, come on, this is amazing. Guys, it's so lovely to have you.
It's lovely to have a praise singer in the morning.
It is nice, isn't it? Yeah, I'm your praise singer. I will always be your praise singer. PJ, welcome. It's so nice to see you as well.
Thank you. It's lovely to be here.
I cannot believe we're talking 50 years since commemorating that Soweto Uprising, honouring the student leaders, that soundtrack of struggle. Talk to us about that moment. I mean, what was it like when you stood up in 1985 at Ellis Park in front of 120,000 people and you sang at that concert? What did that unity feel like?
Amazing. That's such a trite word to answer with. All I know is I remember driving towards the stadium, and you can feel whether or not a stadium is full or not from the outside. People will tell you the same thing. It actually rumbles. There's a fullness that you can hear. And I do remember having doubts as to whether or not they would get it together. We were talking about 85. Our country was not in good shape, and how wrong I was. And the feeling was, it was precious. And I think I sort of privately prayed in my mind that it would just last and last and last.
Yeah. I mean, Sipho, when you go back to those days, and let's be real, segregation was there. Blacks and whites were not meant to mix and socialize and be together and dance together as one. And yet, 120,000 people descended into that stadium. And you are also a part of that in a major way. I want to get your views on that feeling
I think it's very important for us to understand that the unity, then it was called the concert in the park, was a continuation of what South Africans were feeling, a continuation of what the students of 1976 had started. And I think the people were ready to say, we as artists, we as a people, we want a different country. And that concert epitomized exactly what the South African people were looking for. I mean, for the first time, people out in Soweto and people in Sandton got together to hear music from the different areas. And when I went onto that stage, I said, it's about time you heard music from the other side of town.
Yeah.
From each one of you must be there to hear what Soweto is like, and you guys from Soweto must hear what Sandton is like. I mean, the artists who were there were just incredible.
Yeah. I mean, did it feel like mission accomplished once you stood there and you performed at that concert? PJ, for you?
Unfortunately, I've never had that feeling, mission accomplished, and I doubt that Sipho has either. It's a thing about continually evolving and moving forward. But it gave me the feeling of, yes, we can, and I know that's a stolen line, but that we could do this, And I believe that this one is particularly important because if I think about where we are now in the country, I don't know whether you would agree with me, Sips, we need to reintroduce the unity that we witnessed in 1985.
Absolutely, absolutely.
We really do.
And that's where I'm leading from, because I wanted to gather that feeling that we were feeling then and that unity and gathering 120,000 people that were all unified under one cause. I feel like we're so not unified right now because everybody sits... In 1985, we didn't have these funny things called devices and social media. So everybody sits there like warriors talking about
the dividing device.
Yes,
the dividing divide.
Everything is, and we this, and we that, and we this. And then you have and nobody pitches.
You
and
don't
there's
even
like
speak
no
to your grandmother.
This is the problem.
Who's been there around for you and for some time.
So Do you think we can achieve that? Do you think we can all come together
well,
again?
this is particularly the effort that we're trying to bring back to this South African society in particular, but also showing the rest of the world that we can, as Penny says. You know, it's important that people understand that if we don't do it, the country falls apart, and who falls apart, we also fall apart. What are we looking towards? What are we celebrating? Are we saying to Madiba and all those people that had given so much time, you know, to say, here's a new country for you, celebrate it. And this unity concert is intended exactly for that, to say those who made their sacrifices, including the students in 1976, must see this as a move towards the right direction, ensuring that South Africans are a united people.
Yeah. PJ, I want to pick up on what you were saying, because you were asking Sipho if he agrees. He does agree with you, by the way. I gathered that. But what are you feeling inside? Like, what is it that you are seeing that we need to unite to achieve right now?
I get the feeling that the man on the street, who basically is who I have always been concerned about, and is always my worry, and is the man on the street, I think, is depressed and confused. And I think that it doesn't help all of the media, what's real, what's fake, what is really happening. I think everybody on the ground is really, really confused, I would say, and sad. But you know, 85 happened all those years ago, but not so long ago. I attended a rugby match at Orlando Stadium with the Blue Bulls. Yeah. And there's no ways the Blue Buller were ever going to go to Orlando Stadium. And it was amazing. Yeah. I'm just saying how when we are called upon to unify, we really, really do step up. We just need to be called more often. Yeah. Because all of the people in Orlando painted their front doors blue.
Wow.
To welcome the Blue Buller. And everybody ate in everybody's houses. Yeah. And getting to know each other, that's what we need.
Yeah. I think those moments were very important because as like I said earlier on, it was a continuation of reminding people what is possible for this country, ensuring that we can unite through the music, through the sports, and making sure that our people understand that the social cohesion can be created by those events. And Concert in the Park was one of those. And this one is to re-emphasize that need. We have to say the unity concept is very important for people to come together and say, and those who are not there should ask themselves, why was I not there? Yeah. How is it going to be different this time?
How is it going to be different this time? Because we've got two stalwarts of the industry. Don't give me too much. I'm not asking for too much, but we want to build up. But when I say the stalwarts of the industry, I mean, you're there, you show leadership, but there are incredible artists below you that are rising and that have risen, and they are massive. I mean, it's unbelievable. So are we seeing that bridge? That coming together of young
so long as they listen to the boss.
Yes, I know, because you're taking on a big role this time.
Our age group do things one way, and these young, brilliant people that are coming up, they must come and they must give us their talent, but not the attitude.
Yes, got to leave the attitudes at the
not
gate.
All of them would have the attitude. But I think now that the concert is really, the momentum is growing. Some of the young people are saying, why are we not part of this? And that for us is gratifying to hear that now the young musicians are saying, this is our time, this is about us now, we are taking the baton and running with it. Yes. And for us it's very important that all the young people, you know, for instance, we've been talking to Calvin Momo, who's one of the hottest guys at the moment happening, and hopefully we can get word out to Tyler to say, hey,
come on,
this is your country, baby. Come and show them what America has been missing, you know. And hopefully, I mean, there are people like Jonathan Butler who are doing things out there. Yeah. And this festival is not about us. It's about the people of this country. Yeah. It's about ensuring that we love this country. We want this country to unite for a better tomorrow.
Yeah, and it's always the message that you artists have been putting out there, which is just so incredible.
Yeah.
But if I can stay with you for 1 second, Sipho, because I know that you've got the producer hat on too. Are you working with Marlo on this one?
I'm working with Marlo, and
Amazing.
hopefully I'll be, there are other great musicians out there that will be working together.
Yeah.
I don't want to assume the responsibility for ensuring that I have to deal with people's temperaments and egos and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we'll hopefully, like we said, please, we leave that at the gates.
I know some of the young people, sometimes they arrive late and say, hey man, I had a session with Sipho, and so it's cool, you need to say to them, we've been through that too.
Exactly, we know where you are.
Try and accommodate as much as we can of people's time. Yeah.
So, PJ, you of course, you speak about Orlando so fondly, and this is where it's going to be happening.
It's not Jabulani this time.
Not Jabulani this time.
Orlando, I love Orlando as well. I used to all the soccer ones there.
Exactly. So how many people can it hold? Do you know?
80?
About 60,000.
60,000.
With the field?
Yeah.
Okay.
60,000,
Okay, so we're looking at about that. And
Yes.
I mean that's the streets of Soweto is what you love. It's where you got the name Tandeka. It's where your heart
It's definitely
is.
where I
They
got
love
my
her.
first soft landing.
That was it, your first soft landing day. So to go and to perform in Orlando, what does it mean for you?
Well, it's very interesting because Seeps just said something that I thought this would be great if this happens as well. What happened to me way back in 1982-3 was I walked in with a sort of, dare I say, white rock band and a rock song, a ballad rock song called You're So Good to Me. Completely, I was influenced by the British. I was influenced by American music.
Janis Joplin. When I saw her, I said,
Janice. That's Janice.
But when I arrived, and Sipho was on the show, and I listened to, suddenly these new rhythms were introduced to me, and I thought, first of all, I fell in love with him. I fell in love with Harari, and then he continued to produce. There was a time when he was known as Dr. Rhythm. If he just picked up a drumstick, people would go insane. Now he's very posh and he picks up, the brass instrument. But as a drummer, he was just wildly natural in these original rhythms. And I do hope, now that you asked me this question, that actually some of the young musicians, like I was younger at that time, will come there and say, guys, where are we getting all our influence? I would love to be able to cross-pollinate again, because I think that's what, would you agree that 85 made our music become more cross-pollinated as well?
absolutely, because we were making a statement.
Yeah.
Indeed.
You know.
And you're going to make a statement
We are
on the
going to make
14th
the
of
And
June.
create an even more solid South African sound.
I look so forward to it. This is just the first conversation we'll have, and hopefully there'll be many, many more in the lead up to it. Because
we're handing over the baton.
exactly,
Yes.
and as you say, this is just to get that excitement going and to just tell people to put it in their diaries and know that there is going to be one powerful, unifying event that is going to be at Orlando Stadium on the 14th of June.
And can I say something?
Go, please.
In 1985, there was not one incident or mishap or like cell phones or whatever. There was not one bit of violence. And let me just tell you, this year, we're making sure we're going to be recreating down to the 1985 concert to that degree.
Amazing.
Everybody will be safe and feel safe.
Yeah, and that's always important, because that's one of our big complaints that people worry about is safety. But as you heard,
there are people like Blondie who's going to be
talk.
there, and hopefully Johnny's band is going to be there as well.
Stunning.
People were there, the Soul Brothers, and
Amazing.
we're looking for
Amazing.
all those people that were there.
That's amazing. As I say, this is just the start. We'll definitely be speaking more and more about this. Key milestones in South Africa's struggle and musical journey. Such a pleasure, PJ.
Thank you very much.
Hotstix,
Thank
always love speaking to both of you. I could just sit here and let you speak, because you guys are the ones that have all that
We love
beautiful memory in
speaking to
you. Okay, we got to say goodbye. That's where we end it. But I can tell you what, there's a new song that's just been invented during this ad break. Guys, you've got 10 seconds to sing me this new song. At Orlando.
1, 2, 3. At Orlando.
There we go.
We'll see you on the dance
dancing.
at Orlando.
You better keep it in your diary.